YouTube and all my subscribers, JC18904 here, bringing a new video for you guys today. Got a big update on my 1994 Yamaha 350 Warrior. Now, I want to talk to you guys a couple of things what I've been doing to it, and also show you guys what I've been working on. Here's what it looks like so far. Just badass. I took and traded my dad light basils for a couple of different reasons. He liked the ones that I had on here and I didn't like them, so he traded me his headlight basils for the one I had because I like this look. So I told him, I was like, I'll trade him. So we traded everything, and I installed these on there, and they look a lot better. The reason I like these is because, like, if you're riding and a twig comes back, it's supposed to bounce the twig off because this here's pretty stout. So that's a couple of reasons why I like the headlight guards and stuff like that, but it just looks mean with them on there. So here's an answer for a subscriber of mine. Everybody, you guys should go check him out. His name's Wild40. Everybody calls him the Wild One. He's got some awesome four-wheeler videos, and he plays the guitar, and he just rocks at it too. So you guys should check him out. He's just really badass. He's an awesome person to get to know on YouTube. He's always rocking, making his own music and stuff like that, and he's damn good at it. So also check out his four-wheeler videos. He's got a Yamaha Warrior and a Polaris Trailblazer. His Warrior videos are kick-ass. I like what he's always doing around with his Warrior, doing with whole shots and stuff like that, and going through the mud. But you guys should go check him out. Wild40, here's the best thing I can do to tell you to adjust the headlights on the Warrior. Is if you want to adjust them down, you screw these Phillips head screws here in, and to adjust them up, you back them out. So the best thing you can do is have it sitting up in the road or a real dark area, and just start fooling around with these screws. Screw them in until you get the way you want it to look. Make sure your headlights are sitting level on there, which mine ain't, but I got them adjusted just right. And I will have a video coming up very soon of how to take them apart, but I can't tell you how to do it. First off, to take these apart, you have to take this bolt off on each one, and then what you want to do next is unplug your wires. Make sure you do not get these wires mixed up with the connections, because these wires here are kind of different when they're wired up. So you have to remember which headlight went on which side. So if you got dual high beams and dual low beams. So you want to take this Phillips head screw here out that's on the bottom corner. It should be, if you're looking at the front of it, it'll be on the right side. So after you back that screw out, you have a little flange thing that comes out with it. And what you want to do is start up here behind one of these pieces here, these like little tabs, and stick your flathead screwdriver. You want a real small skinny one that's real tough, and just start prying back here, and you will start to see this come out, and you can start to see back part of the headlight in there. And then you can pull the wires through the plastic piece, and after you do that, to take the bulb out, you want to twist the headlight. You want to push in and twist to the left. So that will take the headlight bulbs out, and then you can clean them out with some Windex and let them sit with the holes facing down on like a towel or something if the inside of your headlights are dirty. But usually they don't really get that dirty inside. But it's just real easy to put them back together, but you gotta make sure you line up the little groove for the adjuster on the headlights and the hole for this. but I will have a video on how to take it apart and everything. But I hope that helped you out a lot. But the video will be coming up very soon. So the next off, let's see, what else do I want to share? Bleeding brakes. I was asked on how to bleed the brakes on this model. The way I do it for the back, I just pump it up maybe 4 times, and you got this bleeder valve right here, and I just hold the wrench and I just snug it back. So every time I pump it up like 4 times, break this loose, and if you see no fluid shooting out, that means there's a lot of air in it. But make sure you got your master cylinder full, and you want the lid and this other thing back screwed in and everything, and you want to make sure you get them bled just right. They're pretty simple to work on. So what else I done recently? Me and my dad rebuilt the carburetor. The carburetor was just really dirty inside, so we put new jets in it. Well, most of the jets that were the same, but some of them were different, so I left the old ones in there, but I just cleaned them up with a flathead screwdriver, a real small one, and some gasoline and carburetor and choke cleaner. I cleaned the heck out of it. So this thing just real powerful now. I can put my weight, like sit back here on this part and just punch it, and the front wheels will just come up off the ground. So it's really fun when I do that. But let's see, what else can I tell you? I was asked on how to get this rust off. What I've been working on is doing that. I found a real good, simple method to do. You need a piece of auto body sandpaper, really fine, and a thing of WD-40. You only have to spray enough WD-40 on it until it looks wet. So the best thing to do is have your exhaust off when you do it, and take that real fine piece of sandpaper, like 720 grit or something like that, something real high, it's real fine, and just go over it. Now my exhaust is really rusty. Before, it was from about to here all the way back to here, and I just let that WD-40 soak for about a couple minutes, and I just start going over it, and every time it started getting dry I spray some more on, but it just turned out very awesome. So there's a very simple thing to do. Let's see, what else can I tell you guys? I repainted my some of the parts on my Warrior. I'll let you guys see that. I painted these here. These here are going to be this color, but the frame I got to touch up a little bit here and there. I got to get that touched up. So the wheels, I got to paint off all the aluminum wheels, the dumb stock white paint. So here's what the hubs look like in the front. I painted the dust guards in the front red. It's like a metal plate too, and the hubs are just regular purple, but it's real dark, so it blends in with the color of my plastic. So that's how I wanted to do that. I'll show you guys a back one. So that turned out very nice. I put some bling dice on it, and I also got some other dice that I can interchange with every once in a while. But here's this side, same color scheme. I also painted the hub nuts purple just for now, so you wouldn't see them black hub nuts on there. So I was working on my petcock. I flipped the seal in there because the seal was in there backwards. I was also working on a couple other things. I put some new stickers on here. I put a Monster Energy sticker here, another Factory Fix back here. I put another sticker right here. So that's how that turned out. Put one here, and I put another Get Some Ball sticker down here in the front. That's how it looks. Then my dad and I was fooling around in the pickup truck, and we found this. It was a battery strap for the Warrior. and I found that and I put it on, and it was just right, so I got that put on. And then I was also working on a couple other things. The reverse shifter, I put some new bolts in it, went down to AutoZone, matched them up, and put new bolts in here, and got rid of the dumb Allen head bolts that were there because they were just screwed up. So we replaced these and got rid of the dumb Allen head bolts. I had to adjust my clutch a little bit more. My clutch was out of whack after I pulled the motor off and done the rebuild and all that. So the rebuild turned out awesome. It just really powerful now after I've done that. I cleaned off the head of the piston and all that, and it just turned out really awesome. I'm running a Champion spark plug because they're a lot better than NGK. NGK will break down after a while, but Champions, they last a long time. Never really had a problem with Champion spark plugs in four-wheelers, so we use them a lot. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Me and my dad was talking about a couple of things. He's going to help me get the R-Track MXTs for the front. I'm going to go with 21s on the front, but same size and width unless they have 8 inches wide. But I am going to go with 21s in the front, so that will take care of the height situation and all that. I also was working on a couple other things here. The plastic where these cigarette burns are, where the dumb idiots put cigarettes out on it before I got it. So I got some of it straightened out. It's simply peeling right now, but I'll show you guys how to get it off here in a couple of different videos. And the next off, I was working on a couple other things. Me and my dad was messing around here. We were talking about what to paint my axle, and I was like, well, I want to paint it the same color as the carrier because I want to do it as the same, paint this just like the swing arm. So we done that, and then after I get this thing to where I can take it and a couple things off of it, I want to take this here, move this out of the road, paint the swing arm and all that the same color as the axle, and it will look flipped out after I'm done. But I painted this here blue. This is a metal flake blue to get you guys a close-up of it. So I painted that, and it turned out very nice. It works very good, but later on I'm going to put a parking brake on this because sometimes I'm on a hill and it wants to coast and I have to hold the brake all the time, so that gets kind of pain in the butt every once in a while because they put a parking brake block off on it because they raced it. The people had it before. So I put a battery vent hose on it because the battery I got required a vent hose, so I put this real long one on it so it wouldn't drip on the swing arm, because you can see here right there where the battery dripped on the swing arm before and it ate the paint off of it. So that's why I got this real long rubber hose. I mean, because it can go right down on the vent hose and hit the ground. That's how that's going to look. So I was also working on the shock dampener thing here, and what I've been thinking about doing is painting this up and make it look like a little NOS tank. I got this here painted silver, and around this warning sticker is going to be blue, just like this. It's probably look pretty flipped out after I'm done. Then I was also working on the grab bar. I rebent it a little bit and it looks a lot better, but I got a lot more paint to get off, mostly on the frame now, and after I do that it'll look pretty flipped out. These here will be painted blue. The front calipers are going to get painted blue, and this here is going to get painted blue, and this sprocket hub is going to get painted purple or red. I might go with red on it. So Yeah, I'll go with a metal flake red to make it stand out. So that's how that's going to look. And then let's see what else can I talk to you guys about here. I was asked on what kind of oil I run in this. It's Castrol 10W40. Now here's the reason why we run 10W40. Let's say if we're running in cold weather, alright? Well, 5W40 will thin out and it will not give you as much protection as 10W40 will. 10W40 is just right. I mean, because it's not too thick, it's not too thin. So if you're running in the cold weather, it'll be just as good. But you do not want to go anything above 10W40 because it probably will mess up the engine wise, because it like in hot weather and stuff like that. So do not run 5W30 or 5W20 in it, because that was not good for hot weather. So 10W40 is about the best you can run in them. Let's see, what else can I tell you here? Oh, here's on how to adjust the rear shock dampening. I was asked on how to do this. What you want to do is get a flathead or a Phillips head screwdriver, real small. I think the best thing to do is use a flathead. Now you have a Phillips head screw, which is down here on the bottom. I'll show you guys that. Right here. So you want to adjust that to the max setting if it's too damp. And if you get that just right, leave it. And you can also come up here, loosen this up, and adjust your spring tension on that. So a couple different things you can do. The people who had the Warrior before, they broke this off and they wasn't paying attention on how they broke the little prongs off, which I think was a better idea anyway, because here's why. When you're riding, stuff can come up and hit the heel guard piece here, keep the metal off the back of your ankles, and it will break the little pins off. So what I've done is I melded a hole through there with a bolt, and I bolted these in so that they are not going anywhere. Did the same thing back here, melded a hole through there and bolted it in, so it's not going anywhere at all. You can put your foot against it and ride, and not even have to worry about this piece here popping out. So I think that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about, except for future videos and stuff coming up. But I will have some how-tos coming up very shortly. But comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. And check out Wild 40. He's awesome. And subscribe to him.